Hello, everyone, and welcome to this special episode of Experience Exchange. I have been hounding Jenavie from Innovative Wellness to come on the podcast for some time, and now you're here. Welcome.
Hello.
Yes, so Jenavie, or I call her Jenna sometimes, we're very close, and I would say that you're one of my closest friends in the spiritual community, and I appreciate everything you do, but you don't give yourself enough credit. You are so humble, so I'm excited to give you this time just to brag about yourself.
Well, I'm not going to brag about myself, but I mean, yeah, we're friends. We've been friends a while, and I'm just so grateful to have found friendship in you, because as much as I downplay myself, you downplay yourself as well. And I think we're just kind of like each other's hype man,
Yeah, that mutual hype for sure.
Like, hey, bitch, no, you got this.
Yes, exactly. So I want to tell the story of how we met, because I think it's cute. I think it's faded. So if you don't know basically what I was doing before I opened Kythera Collective, go back to episode 2 where I talk about, my chaotic work environment and how it really messed with me physically and spiritually. But I was really close to leaving that work environment, and I saw back when this whole building was abracadabra that there was a limpia session going on, and I was like, oh my god, that's what I need a freaking limpia. So I went, and that's where we met. And I remember you were like, damn, your energy is heavy, but you said it in a nice way because you still didn't know me like that.
Yeah. No, I remember you were like this quiet little girl that like had no voice, and it was like, man, I don't think this girl knows how powerful she is. Like, so it was like I helped you snap out of it a little bit, and then I think that's where like a huge turning point was for you. And then you got you started doing something. I think you started doing readings or something.
Because I really just did readings like for myself or kind of like anonymously online. I was really afraid to like put my face out there. And I remember at the end you gave me a cute like rainbow chakra bracelet with like lava beads, and I was just like, oh my gosh, this person is so nice. And we kept in contact, and yeah, I would say like a few people were very influential to me starting my business and putting my face out there. You and Sarah are definitely one of them. Yeah. I also remember that we talked to our guest on Mystic Maintenance, Chris. He also got a limpia from you, and he also talked about how it was so powerful.
Oh yeah, dude, that day, I don't remember exactly how many hours I was here, but I think I did something like 26 limpias in like 4 hours.
Oh
like,
my
God.
God.
It was crazy. You had like families coming in, and they were all just like, see, bitch, I told you. Like, like it was funny, but it was just like, man, that is where I really started to learn energy and like how to manipulate energy and like how to help people kind of guide them with, how do you say, like learning how to transmute their own energy, because I'm not the most available person. And any of my clients will tell you that, like, I'm a stickler when it comes to like working late and weekends, because
you have your boundaries with your time and your energy. You have to.
And I mean, sometimes I find it challenging, because it's like there's days where it's like, man, I'm not booked all day, because people work 9 to 5. And so I try and just be like, well, those that need me are going to find me. And when they do, they're going to take the time off work to come see me, because I'm not working at 8 o'clock at night, So I try to be stern with my work boundaries, but I mean, any of my clients that have been my clients for a while will also tell you, like, I'm a VIP client. You know what I mean? And they are, like, I mean, even like you when you were getting your nails done with me, you were making your own appointment. So I was just kind of like letting you, like work within the schedule.
Yeah.
But then you're like, hey, do you do later? And it's like, yeah, but no.
Yeah, but no.
Like, for who?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, for who? Because I don't want to end my day with somebody who is just so draining, And when you leave your hours open like that to anybody, that's who you attract in, is like people who really desperately need you, but like that's not really how I wanted to end my day. You know what I mean?
But I remember before when your boundaries weren't as strong and you would make those exceptions, even for me. And now as a good friend, I'm like, don't make an exception, not even for me. Like I will be like any other client. But speaking of people finding you, you recently opened your physical location, Innovative Wellness. Some people know you for nails. Show the nails. They're really gorgeous.
Spirit fingers.
Yes. Some people know you for nails. Some people know you for limpia. Some people know you for sound healing.
Booty hole waxing.
Booty hole waxing. Facials, aura facials. Like, you do so many wonderful things. You opened your physical location, Innovative Wellness, I want to say in September, right?
Yeah, September. I got the keys like the last week of August, and that was really cool. I mean, it's something I had been working on for 3 years, and I bunkered down and went home for a year knowing like I was taking the risk of like somebody's gonna report me working from home. But I was like, this is the only way it's gonna happen. This is the only way it's gonna happen. And then it happened.
Sometimes you just need a break and a reset. But you know, you got that time, you got that year where you were in hermit mode, and now you're out, you have your physical location. So tell us about Innovative Wellness. Basically, what is it? How would you describe it?
Innovative Wellness. Well, okay, so anybody who has been a client of mine for the last 5 years, because that's when I started during COVID, when we weren't supposed to. I started anyway because I was just a person who felt the need of like, I needed human interaction, like besides my kid and my husband, and I was going crazy just staring at the walls. So I took a leap of faith and I started to do body sculpting. It's so weird, like how all of it has transformed and like rebirthed itself. But like I started with body sculpting, and then that turned into my client saying like, well, do you know how to do body waxing? And I'm like, no, but I can figure it out. You know, like I was licensed. So then I started offering Brazilian waxing, and then I migrated into facials, which like if there is one service that I love doing facials. They're just so relaxing. Like I feel like I'm giving myself a facial. And I don't know, I enjoy doing facials, but I mean, I enjoy all my clients. So like I enjoy waxing, I enjoy doing nails, I enjoy doing all of it. But like, yeah, no, it started with learning body work. That's where I was really introduced to frequencies. And then I had to nerd out and just understand like the depth of everything. So that's when I started to study frequencies and like how it helps the skin heal and all of that. So I mean, it just, it went from like a skin thing to like a whole body thing. Well, actually, no, it started with the body thing and then it migrated into a skin thing. And then it's like, you know, just getting your whole self like centered, feeling comfortable, and just like the skin that you're in. And I mean, that's what I like help people doing. So in terms of like innovative wellness, it is a space for anybody and everybody. I have a service for everybody. You can get a yoni steam, you get a lingam steam, you can come do the vibroacoustic bed, which like nobody books it. And I wish they would, because I'm like this close to taking it back home because I was just using it more at home.
Wow.
And so, I mean...
Well, let's start with defining a few of your more niche services. So what are yoni and lingam steams for folks that don't know?
So a yoni lingam steam is basically you are steaming your genitalia. You know, you're steaming your private areas for better blood flow. For women, it really does help like detox the uterine wall. So for people who have like bad menstrual cramps or like... I'm having a brain fart, but is it CPOS or EPOS?
PCOS?
There you go. I'm like, that one.
Polycystic ovarian syndrome?
Yeah. So stuff like that, like it really helps with like some of the symptoms that come along with that. And I create all my herbal blends. I started to learn about herbs a couple of years ago, and that's when I started to make like all the oils and stuff, and crawled down a rabbit hole with that one. But it's just like, I don't know, I love learning, and like I don't know, there's just so much to learn in holistic wellness, and really it's figuring out who you are.
Yeah, that's amazing. You really help people heal from the inside out.
Yeah.
One of the first things, I mean, besides the limpia, that I was like, oh my God, you have a talent, or your sound baths. Like, you know, you can love a friend and be like, you know, their services are all right, but I really, really love your sound baths. Because whenever I try to meditate, you know, I try to do the om, and then it turns into om mama say mama mama cosa, and I'm just like, I can't focus. Like, my brain just goes in a million directions, and I'm like, go back. But during your sound baths, it's really a time that I feel like I'm not asleep. I'm awake, but just like in a trance, and I wake up feeling like so relaxed. And I've been to other sound baths too, but what I really love about your sound baths is that you utilize different instruments. Is that just like because it sounds better, or do the different instruments have like different like frequencies, healing properties, etc.?
Oh yeah, they have different frequencies, different healing properties. Like some instruments are more grounding, some are more cleansing, and some just sound beautiful. So like, you know, I learned to really orchestrate my sound baths by implementing the right instruments for cleansing when I feel the room needs cleansing, grounding when I feel the room needs grounding. And so it's really just kind of like me trusting what I feel and then implementing that into the space. And like, I 100% get that same feedback. Like, man, like I really needed that. And it's not like I don't even know what word to use. Like it's not like like people aren't saying it just to say it. Like they really feel it, and you can feel that. And I mean, I've had people come to my sound baths and tell me like, man, I've never been in nothing like that before. You know, but also too, like I always just try and keep in mind, and this is how I stay humble. I keep in mind like, well, yeah, you've never been to a sound bath like that, but have you been to a sound bath at all? Like, you know, so I just kind of take it like, thank you, you know, like, no, I don't know. I don't like to be like, oh my God, this is the one, you know, like that's I'm not one looking for that.
Yeah, you're not looking like for praise or to be the Messiah.
No Messiah here. Yeah. I know what I know because I've spent a lot of time online studying and, you know, taking classes fucking everywhere.
Yeah, in person and online.
Yeah, in person, online. Yeah, I would say that like I've done online classes pre-sound healing for, like I did an online class for fibroblasting. I don't know if you know what that is.
No, what is that? So
there's like this device that has a current that, don't quote me, okay? Because like clearly I don't do fibroblasting it, okay? So like what it does is it like burns these little holes on your skin. And so it like is making your skin reconstruct itself. And I actually have had really good results with the few clients that I did work with. I like reconstructed this girl's whole stomach, like removed all her stretch marks. Like it was crazy. Wow. Yeah, but nobody wants to pay for that. They would rather go get one surgery in TJ and be done with it. You know what I mean? God. And I've just always looked for things that are less invasive. And so once I saw that it draws blood, I'm not a big fan of blood. Like I can watch it on movies, but like to draw blood from something, and I know a couple of my clients are going to laugh at me because they have seen me like look like I'm going to pass out if I see blood. Oh my goodness. Yeah. But yeah, no, I don't even know what the fuck I was talking about.
Yeah, we were just, you know what? I don't either. This is not our conversation.
This is like 100% of our conversation. It's me going off on an ADHD tangent and where we started talking about butthole waxing and now I'm talking about fibroblasting, you know? But I mean, that's why we get along. I think I'm pure entertainment for you.
Yes. We have a great time. So if folks want to know your big three in astrology, you are a Pisces sun. You are actually born on St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
St. Patty's Day, baby.
Yeah.
And Pisces is also co-ruled by Neptune in modern astrology and Jupiter in ancient astrology. So definitely luck is on your side, not just because of the day, but because of your sign. Then you are an Aquarius moon and a Cancer rising. So we have that double water, which gives that like intuitive, caring, creative element. But then with your Aquarius moon, it's that curious nature of like, I want to learn as much as I can in order to help other people, because Aquarius is it's a big humanistic energy of like, I just want to help people by expanding my knowledge. So I love to see your astrology in play.
I'm like, girl, you've done my whole ass birth chart.
I know.
I'm like, why are you trying to play it down like you don't know everything? I'm like, this is the girl that I'm like, can you look at my transits? I'm having a day. I'm having a moment. Can you please help me? I'm poor. Help me. You know? Like, yeah, no, I turn to you for a lot of things. But, you know, there's some times where we're both busy and we don't have the time. And then I fall back on human design. You know? So, like, but I will say that if you have never had a birth chart reading, get one done. Get it done, because it just, I don't know, for me personally, like, I don't remember any of it, but I know that if I was like in a place where I just felt stuck or stagnant, I could be like, I need to schedule a meeting so we could go over like a map of what I need to do over the next 3 months. And like 99% of the time, she is so accurate with just everything. And it makes it a lot easier too, because you do know me on a more personal level. Like, she comes to family parties. Yeah. You know? Yeah. And like, it just, I don't know, like, it's just always, and that's where I feel like the skeptic. Like, is it intuition or is it because you know me? You know what I mean? And so, I don't know. That
honestly is super fair, because like the sort of like grifters and scammers that do like I'm seeing someone from the future, or I mean, on the other side, like what they'll do, and this is called like cold reading, is, I don't know, you see this like on Maury or like on those like daytime shows, like I think Sylvia Brown or like, you know, other people like that used to do stuff like that, but stuff like that. They'll pick on somebody and they'll get like, let's say an older woman, and it's like the older you are, the more likely you've experienced death, and then they'll try to go with like common letters, like there's someone that's like deceased on the other side, their name or their nickname starts with an M, and then let's say it's a Latina woman, right? More likely they're gonna know a Maria that has passed, right? And then they're like, oh, my grandma, and they're like, yes, your grandma.
So, I've never had no Grandma Maria. I know that.
But I understand what you mean by like skeptic, because sometimes clients will come to me and they'll be like, I don't want to tell you anything about my life. And it's like, that's fair. I understand that. But certain things could just mean different things for different people. Like, let's say Jupiter in the 7th house of relationships, that could be like, if you're single, that you're getting hitched. But if I tell you that and you're already married, then it's like, okay, well, if you're married, then it means that you may have a child, like all of these other things, you know?
Yeah,
so,
but we've even toyed with it enough where like I've given you exact like past dates where I'm like, that's weird. Yeah. Like what was going on right then. Like we've double, triple checked all the stars in the sky.
But, you know, it's fair if someone is like, well, I don't want to tell you anything, but then there's only so much they could go off of, versus like, if your astrologer knows you a little bit more, then they can really tell you like, oh, I can see how this is getting activated. But, you know, that's fair. But I still thank you for the compliment with the astrology. We have mutual crash outs. You're also someone that I could call and be like, oh my God. But yeah, I appreciate everything you do. You're always shouting me out, which I appreciate. And I love our mutual sessions where we combine sound baths and astrology. That's been really fun. We've just been too busy to book another one, but
I know.
Those were really good events where, you know, I would prepare like a little mini birth chart reading or like transit reading if it's like a new moon or a full moon, and I'll let folks know like, this is what the moon is activating for you, because sometimes folks come to like different healing events just in shambles, where they're like, there is so much going on, I don't even know what the first thing to focus on should be. And sometimes like having that mix of like astrology first and knowing like, oh, this is where the moon is activating in my life, then it gives them something to focus on during the sound healing, things to like heal or let go of. And I thought it was really cool that you have this triangle thing, I forget what it's called, that reads the energy, and it'll be like loudest on certain chakras. What is that thing called?
The crystal pyramid?
Yeah, the crystal pyramid. Yeah. So I prepared the charts ahead of time, and based on the moon, it was like, oh, maybe you want to focus on this chakra, and then you did the crystal pyramid.
Oh,
and it also lined up.
I was checking chakras, and it was aligning with everybody's reading. So it was like, we didn't even plan that.
No, we didn't. We didn't show each other the chart, but it was really cool how that happened. But I definitely want to do more of that in 2026.
Yeah. Definitely.
But I love that you're so community oriented. And again, to shout you out because you're a very humble person. I mean, you do events with the school system, like for whole families. You've done things for law enforcement. Like, how does it feel to bring like healing and gifts into like those community spaces where, I'm going to be honest, I love you, but I was shocked that like both the school system and law enforcement were like, yeah, we're down for a sound bath.
Well, and to be honest with you, like, this all comes back to, like, I just have really long-standing, really good relationships with people that have put my name in a space where I didn't even think was possible. I never in a million years thought that Merced County Probation would be reaching out to me to do sound healing. Like, I'm still kind of in shock.
Yes.
You know, and then just having friends that I grew up with my whole life and being so passionate about how much work they've done, and like they see me doing a different kind of work that they also believe in, and just also putting my name out there, like, we need to bring her out here. So how that one started was I volunteered for, it was to come in and talk to the high schoolers during summer school about like my career or whatever. And
like different career paths?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So at first I didn't want to do it, and she talked me into it, and I was like, you know what, send me the calendar right now, because if I don't do it right now, like, I'm going to talk myself out of it. So I committed to it. I prepared myself in like 2 weeks, and I loved it. Wow. It like ignited something inside of me that was like, why are you not doing more of this? And then, you know, fast forward to like 3 months later, I had a shop, and like now I have a shop. So it just like, I don't know, it all just happened so quickly. And then they later asked me to come out and like be compensated for the same service. Wow. So like that in itself is like, okay, I impacted somebody, otherwise they wouldn't have brought me back out. So yeah, that's, I mean, it feels really cool. But it also feels like I'm dreaming sometimes.
Wow.
Like, and it's always nerve-wracking when, like, you're going to do these things. But then once I'm there, I'm like, you're just doing what you love. Like, you're just sharing energy and, like, how, like, what it does for people. Like, you're here to teach people how to relax. And that is really what I like to implement into every sound bath now is, like, forget all the shit. Forget all the shit that you came in here thinking about. You're just here to relax.
Yeah.
And so you asked me a question earlier. What is innovative wellness? That is what it is. It is a space for people to just come in, relax, restore, come to balance. Even if you just want to come in for a cup of tea or a cup of coffee and just chit chat. Like, I love small chit chats, you know? So yeah, I mean, it's now my home away from home. I love being at work so much that, like, sometimes I'll find myself there doing nothing because I'm just so comfortable with where I am. And everybody that comes in loves the energy. They love the way it feels. They love the ambiance I've created. And they ask me who I hired to come in and decorate. And I'm like,
all me up here.
Well, you know, I am a creative whatever, you know, like I don't know, I like creating spaces.
Yeah.
And I don't care what it looks like to anybody else. I like the way it looks.
But it always ends up looking beautiful.
It mimics my home. So like my clients who were coming to my house, they're like, oh, it's like I'm at your house. Like, yeah, it's like you're at my house, just we're not at my house.
Yes, I love the way you decorate and the spaces you curate. And I want to talk a little bit more about how you said, I feel like I'm dreaming, because I actually had that same thought and that experience this morning. So I'm excited to dive into more of that after this ad break. Today's episode is brought to you by us, Kythera Collective. If you've been vibing with the energy of the show, then you're going to love the Kythera Club over on Patreon. It's a space that I built for the cosmic, the curious, and the slightly chaotic. You know who you are. With 3 delicious tiers to choose from, we start with the chocolate level at $4 a month, which gains you access to weekly horoscopes and the exclusive Unhinged podcast, where I say things that don't make it to this main feed. It's sweet, it's spicy, and it's just for you. Next, we have the cafe level at $7 a month. This is where things really start to get cooking. You'll receive access to exclusive workshops, monthly virtual hangouts, and a private Discord community where you can chat directly with me and receive exclusive behind-the-scenes updates. It's magical, cozy, and a little unhinged in the best way. Finally, we have the tequila level. This is the VIP lounge. At $25 a month, you'll receive everything from the previous tiers, plus a personal 15-minute one-on-one session with myself or David each month, and discounts if you want to extend the session. It's a whole vibe and a powerful way to receive personalized guidance. So if you've been laughing along with us, crying, or rage screaming in agreement, come hang out with us at the Kythera Club. Head over to patreon.com/JenColo and choose your tier. If you want to sponsor an episode and advertise with us, go to our website, www.jencolo.com. All right, now back to the show. Welcome back to Experience Exchange with Jenavie of Innovative Wellness. So before the break, we were talking about feeling like you're living a dream. If you 10 years ago saw where you are today, how would she react?
No. Fuck no. Okay, one, I remarried my ex-husband.
Love that.
So like even that one in itself, like bro, 10 years ago, like I was a man hater.
Okay.
I was a man hater. Oh my God, I hated men. You know, they were fuck men, you know? Yeah. No, I'm joking. I loved them, but I hated them, you know?
Yeah, skeptical.
Now, that's what happens when you go through some shit.
Yeah.
But, yeah, no, I would have never in a million years been like, you're going to be married with Chad. Fuck no. I thought he hated me, you know? Like, so we married young. I'll let you guys in a little bit. Me and my husband got married when we were young, and we weren't taught how to work through marital problems, you know? And I mean, we were young. We were kids. You know, I met him when I was 15, and we dated from 16. We got married when I was 20, and we didn't last to the age of 25, I think. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we only stayed married for about 5 years, and we were 2 different people. We had a lot of growing up to do. I would say, like, our biggest, like, for me, this was our biggest problem. Is like, I felt like I was always yelling at a wall because he wouldn't talk. He was so quiet, and he's still so quiet. Chad's so quiet. But when we rekindled, I was like, look, if we can't learn how to communicate, like, this isn't going to work. Like, you need to talk to me. And so, you know, now, like, I've never been in a healthier relationship. Like, he is my number one fan. He's always just, like, on my side for anything and everything, and super supportive. And so, like, yeah, no, I would have never been 10 years ago, like, you're going to remarry your ex-husband in 384 days from now. I'd have been like, so yeah, okay, you don't even talk to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Chad is awesome. He's a man of few words, but he has a lot of depth when he does speak. And he also helps you, like, you know, with the, like, more physical things whenever you go into a space, like, you know, the painting and the moving and, like, yeah. He's awesome. He's a great support. So yeah, that's definitely one shock. 10 years ago version you would be like, what? We're back with our ex?
Well, and so like, okay, if we're speaking in terms of like work stuff.
Yeah,
okay,
all
so
the things.
I did nails for 10 years.
Wow.
I did nails for 10 years, had a kid. This was obviously after the divorce. So, you know, we separated. I ended up having a kid like a year and a half later after we separated. And then I just didn't want to do nails anymore. I just did not. I had like my son took every creative anything out of me. Like it was all my son. Like
especially when they're little, like that makes sense.
Like my brain was like, you ain't doing none of that. So after that, I went and I worked with foster youth. I was everywhere from like Bakersfield to Sacramento. I could drive to the Bay Area without GPS.
Holy shit.
Yeah, you know, so like I worked with foster youth for 9 years, and that then ended in COVID.
Yeah.
You know, the world shut down, and then that's where I was like, well, what can I do? And so I had originally opened up body sculpting right, like literally 2 days before COVID. Yeah, on my birthday, March 17th, 2020, I opened up a space. I was like, I'm going to switch my career. And so I was going to work like in between my transports, because I was transporting kids everywhere. And so I did that, and then everything shut down fucking 2 days later. And then I didn't reopen from home, I think, until it was like July, maybe. It had to have been July, because that June, my aunt passed away. And that would just like took a toll on the whole family. And it was really sad, because we watched her wither away for 5 years. And like,
that's hard.
We knew it was going to happen. We just didn't know when, you know, it kind of felt like. But that's where I really just like, after I lost her, like, I don't know, I felt the need to connect with people. And so that's when I started doing body sculpting. And then when I went into facials, I actually invested in a really expensive company that like, I don't even use their product anymore because it's so expensive. But I was implementing their products because their products were specifically made for like cancer survivors or like people who are going through chemo, like to help with their skin. I can't even remember the name of the company, but yeah, so that then, you know, like, no, I did not think I would be where I'm at right now 10 years ago.
Wow.
Nope.
Wow. I would say when you think about like, I don't know, we're in December right now, so the new year is coming up. When you look back at like, would the version of me X months, years ago be happy with where I am now? I feel like that helps you know that like, even if you have problems right now, you're on the right track. And I feel like, yeah, version of you 10 years ago, seeing where you are would be like, oh my God, that's fucking awesome. Right?
I wouldn't have believed it, but yeah.
Yeah. No, same here. I feel like me 10 years ago, if you told me like, you know, you would be married, first of all. I was also skeptical of like love and men, and you're gonna be working at a great 9 to 5, but you're also gonna be starting a business and have a podcast and be on camera. Like, I would have been like, are we on an acid trip right now? Like, what timeline did we fall into? And it's even crazier because I don't know if I've ever said this story, but my freshman year of college, I took a public speaking course, and I remember like my voice would shake, and then he didn't tell us that we were going to be recorded on camera. He's like, speak and there's a camera in front of you. And I just cried. I just cried and cried and cried. I could not do it. I was so afraid. And then I remember in high school when I had to do public speaking as well, my voice would also shake. And like one time I couldn't even complete an assignment. And for a straight A nerd like me, like that was horrible. So to be like, now you have a podcast and you're not afraid of the camera anymore, it's fucking crazy.
Well, I mean, think about it. It took you, what, like 3 years to get me to agree to come on here?
Yeah.
And honestly, like, had I not maybe had some of the experiences that I've had in the last 6 months with, like, being in front of, like, kids and parents, I don't know none of these people, or maybe I knew some of them, or I mean, like, being in a room with like people who have guns strapped to their belt, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, no, I wouldn't believe it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't believe it.
What advice would you give to someone that is feeling like that creative urge in their soul and they're like, I don't know how to go about it. I don't know if I'm successful. Like folks, I guess, struggling with like self-doubt in putting themselves out there. Because I feel like we all experience that. So I guess, how did you get out of that funk?
You know, I've always been a firm believer in like closed mouths don't get fed. Mm-hmm. So like you can talk all you want about what you're gonna do, but if you don't actually do it, how do you know if you're gonna fail? What if you succeed? Mm-hmm. You know, and so that's kind of been my motto for the last year. Like, well, yeah, bitch, but what if you don't fail? You know what I mean? Like,
but what if you succeed?
What if you don't?
Yeah.
What if, you know, this little small idea that you keep downplaying brings you happiness, even if that's all it brings to you? Who cares? Do it. Do it for yourself.
Yeah. How did you feel when you did your first sound bath? Because I remember when I did my first, like, tarot reading in person for you and Chad, I was fucking nervous, and then it ended up being fine. And then when I did my first reading, like, at Abracadabra, I was nervous, but I did okay. How did you feel with your first sound bath? Do you remember?
Yes. Yes, I remember. So my first sound bath that I hosted for a group of people was at my house. Mm-hmm. And it was supposed to be an outdoor event. And that's so crazy that you're asking this question, because it was literally like 3 years ago.
Like to the day?
It was for Dia de los Muertos. It was on Dia de los Muertos. Wow. I remember it was on a Thursday. It was raining. So I was like, I got fucking 30 people signed up to come mourn their loved ones, and it's fucking raining outside. Like, what am I gonna do? You know? Yeah. Like, by this time, it had been raining for so long that I couldn't even, like, call in to rent a tent or anything. Wow. Like, my backyard at the time, like, we were still working on our outside area, and we have turf. Well, my husband is a grade setter that's what he does for work.
Yeah.
And he just hadn't graded the back, so we had this huge puddle in the middle of our turf. So it was like, what do I do? You know?
Oh my God.
And I was like, wow, we're about to be real Mexicans right now. And I had like 28 people in my living room. Like, I'm not joking. People were sitting up like this, like everyone leaning up next to each other, like meditating, you know?
Hella cozy.
Yeah, hella cozy. But it worked. It worked. It worked itself out, and like, oh man, I'll never forget. And I hope will I get in trouble for saying somebody's name?
It depends on the person. I don't know them, so I'll leave it up to you.
Oh man. Okay, so there was a guy that I grew up with, and he passed away.
Oh.
His mom and his sister and his tias, they were all at my house that night. Mm-hmm. And I can guarantee you 100% that if it was not me hosting that event, like, this is a family that probably would have never signed up for something like that.
Wow.
And so this is what I mean. Like, I come from a small city where, like, my name holds weight. And not just me, like, my dad, my grandmother, my uncle, like, he was the principal. My grandma was the one in town that was teaching everybody English, so that way they could go apply for, like, their citizenship. Like,
you're like third or fifth, I don't remember what generation, Planadin or LeGrand, or I don't remember the city. LeGrand, right?
I grew up in Planada.
Okay.
But my mom was from LeGrand. Uh-huh. So my dad grew up in Planada, my mom grew up in LeGrand. They met in the 6th grade. And then they rekindled in high school, and along I came in high school. Sorry, Mom, sorry, Dad. You know? But yeah, no. So, you know, there has been a lot of people that show up to my events, and I'm so grateful and thankful for it. But also, too, like, it is because they know me. Mm. And they know, like, I'll talk to anybody in public. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm not embarrassed. And so, like, when I see people I know, I stop and talk to them. And all of my friends, like, they'll vouch for me and say that, even if they haven't seen me since the 2nd grade. I'm like, do you remember me? Because I remember you. You know, like, I'm not embarrassed to be like, do you remember me? Like, I'm your cousin. Did you know I'm your cousin? Like, I'm telling everybody because it's like, and this is your cousin too. I introduced my son, you know, because like for somebody like me that grew up in a small town, if they weren't my friends, they were my family. And if they weren't my family, they were my family's family. And so it was just like, I know people everywhere. And my son gets so annoyed by it. Like, oh, it drives him crazy. And I don't know. I don't even know where I'm going with this.
We were talking about your first sound bath.
Oh, yeah, my first sound bath, you know? And that's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of people wouldn't even think to try it out. But because it's me doing it, I feel like they're like, but it's Jenna. You know? And I think a lot of that comes from the stigma behind what people say sound baths are and what, you know, they promise their audience of what a sound bath does, you know? And for me, it's just, I'm going to teach you how to relax and get out of your head.
Ultimately, that's like at base level what a sound bath is.
Yes.
The ability to get out of your head and relax.
Yep. Out of your head and into your body. Figure out, like, only you are going to know, like, hey, you know what? After attending your sound bath, I had like this pinch on my back and it's gone now. Not knowing that like that was your body just storing something it no longer needed.
Just stress.
Yeah, just stress. Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know.
It is the holiday season, and you know, if someone wanted to gift an experience, whether it's like an auric facial, steaming their gooch,
steaming of the gooch,
steaming their gooch, their lingam steam, yoni steam, going to a sound bath class, like, do you offer gift certificates?
Yeah, I have gift certificates that are physical. They come with a nice, beautiful envelope, but also too, you can buy a gift certificate on Vagaro.
Oh,
yeah,
sweet.
so you can email a gift certificate also. So like, say you live out of town, but you want to buy somebody in town a gift certificate, you can purchase it online and send it to their email.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, we are so close to 2026. Like, any big plans for 2026?
No. I think probably this, if not this upcoming week, the following week, which is before this is going to air, but by the time it airs, it'll be available. I'm going to have like a couple of different specials going for Black Friday, holiday, whatever. Yeah, so I mean, other than that, just like follow me on Instagram, look at my socials, because that's where you're going to find a group meditation. If not, I do book one-on-one, but unfortunately where I work, I can't do them during the day. So I can only do them
you mean the sound baths?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because during the day it might disturb like your neighbors.
Yeah.
So services during the day, sound baths, and other communal events at night.
Yes.
Like you have, what is it called? Mindful Mondays?
Mindful Mondays, Wellness Wednesdays.
Yeah, talk about Mindful Monday, Wellness Wednesdays. What are those?
Yeah, so Mindful Mondays, I started a little over a month ago, and it's just kind of taken off, where I'm just kind of giving people a space to come relax, meditate, and journal. I provide tea, snacks, and it's nothing crazy, you know, but it's something to look forward to, because I had this idea that like, man, everybody dreads Monday. Like, I'm going to give them something to look forward to.
I love that.
And so that's how you could end your Monday if you sign up, but they get booked pretty quick. I'll say that. I'm now starting to alternate with a Wellness Wednesday. Once a month, I've been doing the Chakra Clearing Friday.
Ooh.
Yeah, so...
What is Wellness Wednesday?
Wellness Wednesday is just like coming in to meditate. There's no journal prompting, nothing like that. It's just more going to be about like, come in, meditate. You can kick back and chill if you want after it's over. You don't have to. But it's just another group for meditators if they don't journal, you know, like I have my friend who came in and did the Diwali celebration.
Yes, that was amazing, because I didn't see any other type of like Diwali. Well, I saw one other one, but like, I didn't see too many Diwali celebrations, so that was amazing.
Yeah, and honestly, I've gotten so much feedback for that one class. Like, even people who didn't attend, they're like, hey, are you going to do another Diwali? And it's like, well, Diwali's over.
Yeah.
So, me and my friend Ruby hopefully will be starting like once a month. If I can get her to agree to once a month, like, I think that would be cool, you know, like come in and learn some dancing.
Punjabi. It's like Punjabi dancing, right? Or I don't know what it's actually called.
It's called, I'm gonna I'm gonna hack this. Bagheera.
Okay.
I want to say Bagheera, but that's from Jungle Book. I know it's not that, but you know, yeah.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, so many wonderful things to look forward to in 2026, whether it's like wellness for yourself, wellness in a group, gifting someone else wellness. There is so much that can be done with Jenna.
And I just purchased chairs. So I'll be able to host like more group events that don't have anything to do with meditating, like maybe paint nights or crafting, or you had mentioned something about wanting to do like an intro to tarot or something.
Yeah, I'm potentially looking at doing a few classes in person, see how that goes, because I've just been doing like online Zoom through Patreon, but curious to see how like an astrology 101 or a tarot 101 would do in person. Yeah. Nice. Well, I will include all of your socials, ways that folks can get in contact with you and all of that in the show notes. But I am so excited for you as a person, a friend, a professional, and all the wonderful things that you can achieve in 2026, because 2025, like we said, you just opened in September and you've already done so many cool things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it too. I got a lot of ideas.
Yes.
Lots of ideas. But I keep them right here. I keep them right here. And then I go through like a filing cabinet and like, oh, that one.
Yes. All right. Well, thank you so much for coming on, talking about all things wellness, sound baths. I am just so excited for folks to connect with you and get to know you. So yes, follow Innovative Wellness _ on Instagram and see what events she has coming up. Thank you so much for your time. This was wonderful.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, everyone. Take care. Bye.